Good morning students. Welcome to your software engineering class. Today I will start a new unit, that is software coding and testing. After designing phase, the programmer write down code for each module that is described in the design document. And after writing code for each module, the individual module are tested, that is known as unit testing. And after completion of all module, the module are integrated in a planned manner, and the partially integrated system are also tested, that is known as integration testing. And after completion of integration, the fully developed software is also tested, that is known as system testing. So in this chapter we will discuss about coding and different type of testings. So after completion of this chapter, you will able to know about the different coding standards and guidelines and different types of testing methods. Okay, so let's start. Contents of this video: introduction to coding phase. So this video is about the introduction to coding phase and testing, coding and testing phase. So first is introduction to coding phase, then unit testing, integration testing and system testing, coding, coding standards, coding inspection and coding walkthrough, and coding standards and guidelines. So let's start. Introduction to coding phase. Coding is undertaken once design phase is complete. Means after completion of designing phase, the coding is started. During coding phase, every module identified in the design document is coded and unit tested. Means according to the design document, each module is coded and individually tested. Okay. And unit testing means testing of different module of a system in isolation. Means each individual module are tested isolately. Okay, then it will integrated with the other module. Unit testing. It is a good idea to test module in isolation before they are integrated. It makes debugging easier. Means we can easily rectify our error while unit testing. Okay, unit testing means a small module after coding it is tested individually. Okay, so it make easier for the programmer to debug the module, because if an error is detected when several modules are being tested together, it would be difficult to determine which module has the error. Means after integration, if we will find error, it is difficult to rectify the error. So it is advisable always to write the code for each module and unit test it. Okay, so we have to write the code for each module and unit test the module. Then integration testing. After all modules of a system have been coded and unit tested, integration of module is done according to an integration plan. Means after completion of each module, after each module was coded and unit tested, then the integration is taken place according to an integration plan. Means integration of each module is all at once is not possible. We have to integrate the module in a plan method. There are different methods to integrate the module. You have to integrate the module in a planned manner. During each integration step, a number of modules are added to the partially integrated system and the system is tested. Means while integration. In each step, the module are added and tested. Each time the module are added and each time the partially integrated software is also tested. Once all modules have been integrated and tested, system testing can start. Means after fully developed software, after integrating all the module and after the integration testing, then the fully developed software is tested. That is known as system testing. Then system testing. During system testing, the fully integrated system is tested against the requirement recorded in the SRS document. Means the system testing is done according to the SRS document. As per the requirement specified in the SRS document, the programmer check the system. Okay. After the system testing, if the system testing is done successfully, then the software will release to the market or go to the customer. So this is all about the different type of testing. There are 3 type of testing, like unit testing, means testing of each module individually. Then integration testing, means while adding the module in a planned manner, the partially integrated software also tested, that is known as integration testing. Then fully developed system is tested, that is known as system testing. So these are all about the testing. So first come to the coding. The input to the coding phase is the design document. Means the output of design document is the output of the design phase is the design document. So design document means the structure chart, the DFDs, these are the design document. And during coding phase, modules identified in the design document are coded according to the module specification. Means the modules are specified in the design document, and according to that document, the programmer write down program for each module. Okay. At the end of the design phase, we have module structure, means the structure chart of the system. Module specification, means the detailed design of the modules, like what are the data structure used in that document, in that module, and what are the algorithm used in the module. So the details design and the module structure are the design document. We have it in the coding phase as input. So according to that design document, the programmer write down the program for each module. The objective of coding phase is to transform the design into code and test the code. So the objective of the coding phase is transfer the design into code and unit test the code. So this is the objective of coding phase. We have to write down the code for each module that specified in the design document, and we have to test each module individually. Okay. Then coding standards. Good software development organization require their programmers to adhere to some standard style of coding. Means the software development organization always advise the programmer to follow some standard while writing the code, and the standard is known as coding standards. Okay. They maintain some rules or they maintain some standards while writing the program, that is known as coding standards. Many software development organizations formulate their own coding standards that suit them most. Require their engineers to follow these standards rigorously. Means they define their standard and they want that the programmer should follow while writing the programs for each module. Okay, means each software development organization have their own coding standards or have their own coding styles for writing the modules. Advantage of adhering to a standard style of coding: it gives a uniform appearance to the codes written by different engineers. Means in a programming team there are many engineers. They may write program in different styles, but if they follow some coding standard, the programmers write in a uniform manner. The program will be in a uniform manner. Okay, it enhance the code understanding. Means anybody, any programmer can easily understand the program, and the program also maintain a standard format, encourages good programming practice. So these are the advantages of coding standard. Okay, coding standard will make the code uniform appearance and easy to understand. A coding standard set out standard way of doing several things. The way variable are named, code is laid out, maximum number of source lines allowed per function, etc. Means in coding standard there are certain rule how to name the variable, how to name the array, what are the naming convention, and how to write the program, the maximum number of source line in a function. So these are the rules that defined by the organization, and this is known as coding standard. The programmer have to follow this standard while writing the program. Then code inspection and code walkthrough. After a module has been coded, code inspection and code walkthrough are carried out. Ensure that coding standards are followed. Help detect as many errors as possible before testing. Means code inspection and code walkthrough are the phases before the testing. Before testing, the programmer check the codes and identify the error and check the programmer has followed the coding standard or not, or if there are any error in the coding. Before testing, it was checked through the code inspection and code walkthrough. Detect as many errors as possible during inspection and walkthrough. Detect error require less effort for correction. Means if we check the error earlier, it is easier to rectify it. But after integration and after completion of the software in system testing at later phase, if we get an error, it will take more effort to rectify the error. Much higher effort needed if error were to be detected during integration or system testing. So it is always advisable to detect the error as quickly as possible. Okay. Coding standard and guidelines. Good organization usually develop their own coding standard and guidelines. Means all organizations have their own coding standard and guidelines depending on what best suit their organization. Okay, and we will discuss some representative coding standard and guideline in next video. Means I will discuss about different coding standard and guidelines in the next video. Actually, this is the introduction video for the coding and testing phase. What are the different method, what are the different standard of coding, and what are the different testing, and we will discuss briefly in the next videos. So in next video I will discuss about coding standards and coding guidelines. Thank you.